Hello, Steve here, Concierge Health Advisor. Oh, who'd have thought, who'd have thunk that health is about what we're eating. But these days, it's not about what we're eating. It's it's the micronutrients that we're getting in. We're getting less and less of the micronutrients that we require. Historically, our soils had more. Could have been doing better, but they had more minerals in the soils. Those minerals are very important to make our essential vitamins, amino acids, and essential fatty acids work, you see. So you clicked on this video. This video is about health and the mental gymnastics of how we navigate our propensity to certain diets. That's not the title of this, but the mental gymnastics of diets. So how we justify our diets, what our diet is. Well, I like having McDonald's on a Friday afternoon because it's an excuse. It's my time. It's a treat. I might have some cake after a good meal to complement the meal, to add to the experience. Then we get fat. What excuse are we going to use for I'm a carnivore, I'm a vegan, I'm a keto, I intermittent fast? And then we're still getting more unhealthy, more fat, and we die earlier. No, we are not going to live longer, we are going to die earlier. I've said this many a time, especially on my podcast series. This is just going to be a more rapid fire version of this episode on the podcast, which will be much longer. This is just feeling my way into a more visual presentation for those that are that way inclined. So intermittent fasting. Let's pick on intermittent fasting. It was originally called intermittent fasting because in the lab, the guy, the researcher, they're only human as well, don't we know? And they only had access to the lab for 8 hours, and then after a long time, it was home. Home needs required him to be home after 5 p.m. And so basically a reduction to work for those 8 hours was all that was done. And bingo bongo, there's a new concept, intermittent fasting. Now they call it time restricted because we like to incorporate time restricted eating into one meal a day, 4 hour window, 8 hour window, pick your time. I unintentionally fall into this 8 hour eating window, 16-hour fast. I don't try to, it just happens. I just eat twice a day anyway, like a 7 o'clock a.m. and 3 o'clock in the afternoon type meal. And that's my sort of happenings right now. I was at a point where I'd eat 7 in the morning and 9 at night type thing. Yeah, that's not time restricted. That's time restricted in reverse. So during waking hours, I think many will know what I mean there. So then we get how about the plant-based vegan people? Save the planet, animal rights, and we live longer eating vegan, don't we know? Not sure about that. Not many centenarians have lived past the age of 100 being vegan for more than 50 years. Mainly due to people wouldn't dare being vegan 50 years ago or 30 years ago. There was a few. But now it's an epidemic of vegans out there. Okay. And the reason for my recent digression, my separation from keto. I used to have this clumsy branding of keto 44, where the keto was having most of your macros come from keto, just for the idea of incorporating, making sure that you get enough protein and cholesterol in our diet. Cholesterol, very important for our brain and hormone health. That's just a quick rapid fire. There's plenty on my podcast series regarding that. I hear my bird in the background. The viewer can probably hear the little rascal as well. And so vegans, I don't poo-poo the vegans. I won't poo-poo the ketos or the carnivores. Let's pick on the carnivore people, shall we? Oh, I did carnivore, I lost all this weight, and then they get into bacon and the cheese and the garlic butter. Just, I don't know, pick your poison, and that poison, they fall off the wagon and they wonder why they're not their svelte self anymore. Well, micronutrient deficiencies, you see. So these are the mental gymnastics that we have. Most of those mental gymnastics are, I've lost heaps of weight, I feel better, my health markers are better, until they're not. And the last few years, carnivore particularly has been gaining traction. I've incorporated more meat, like 3 times a week, versus once or twice a fortnight before. And I've separated myself from the keto because you don't have to be keto. It's all about the macros. It's all about the macros. The 60 minerals, the 16 vitamins, the 12 amino acids, and the 2 essential fatty acids that are essential, declared essential in our diets. Because if you're not getting ample amounts, according to body weight, you get disease and then you die early. Well, obesity doesn't come before disease. Obesity is part of disease, and just because you get fat, you don't get other diseases on top of that later. Becoming overweight is visual, and then we say, oh, got this condition, got that condition, there's the cholesterol, there's the blood sugar, there's the hypertension, there's all the rest of it. Obesity does not cause all those things. Obesity is concurrent, together with all the other illnesses out there. And guess what? A svelte vegan eater could also get osteoporosis and atherosclerosis and heart attacks and aneurysms, blood sugar and cholesterol. Yes, vegans also get those conditions. Why? Micronutrients, people, micronutrients. So if you want to find out more, I've got a space. I have a space. conciergehealthadvisor.com. Have a look. All the information that we probably need to know about is littered throughout all my content, so you can effectively do this for free. We need to supplement. That's not the free part. But guess what? Guess what? I might spend $100 per week on my supplements, but I'd probably save $100 per week in not eating out and not buying those snack foods and the like, because my diet now is more mechanical. I don't have these. I don't play mental gymnastics to make sure that I have my craving for Tim Tams, chocolate biscuits to those non-Aussies out there. Oreos, I just need a treat. I did a good 6 days of working out, and today is a treat day. It's a cheat day. You're playing mental gymnastics if you're going to justify eating that sort of junk. So this is more rapid fire, just to give you a bit of a insight that whatever your proclivities are, to whatever diet choice you're going to make at that moment or long term, you're doing it for vanity, to justify your cravings. of a particular food group, food source, particular cuisine. If you're a sweet, salty tooth, fried food person and the like, you're all trying to justify your cravings. Cravings, if you have particular cravings of particular food, and if you're doing your diet choice out of sheer vanity and ideology, that's sheer force. You're using your willpower to make that happen. And that's fine. But don't be surprised if you still get unwell, you still get sick, disease, and die at the average age of, let's say, 80, even if it is that. I think it's probably more like a 72. Each 50 years, it'll drop by 5. That's my prediction. I've made that prediction in a podcast. So whatever your diet tribe is, let's see how you go in 5 years, because some of these diets have been there's full-on communities about the carnivores and the ketos and the intermittent fasting people for only half a decade. And let's see how many continue on their wagon, their journey, until they fall off that wagon and fall off that journey, and they put their glasses down and I need these. Hey, this isn't a micronutrient deficiency issue. I was born pretty much blind. So yeah, congenital issues, birth defects are also a micronutrient deficiency of mother, and you can't sort a birth defect with micronutrients, but obesity and 600, 800 diseases, well, 84,000 diseases more likely, because the World Health Organization has 84,000 codes out there. Many codes for single diseases too, age-related, sex-related, different part of the body related. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole in this intended short video, but so there's the slap in the face for those people that OMAD, if you're I missed my whole finger. Whoo! If you're a frugivore, one notable frugivore which is not with us anymore, Steve Jobs, right? I don't want to diss that genius anyway. And so whatever many will say that I am a orthorexic. Before, when I still am keto, but I'm not going to brand myself to keto, because that's just my proclivity. It's good that I am keto because I'll be getting enough protein, enough cholesterol, good for brain and hormone health. I know. And so that's my thing. But you don't need to be. If you want to be ideological and be vegan, you want to be a carnivore person, you can be carnivore. Guess what, carnivore people? If you're just eating muscle meats with salt and water, is that the lion diet? Yes, lion diet. If you're not eating other meats, liver, kidney, offal, or whatever, don't be surprised in 5 years if you're micronutrient deficient in something and you start getting this disease, that disease. Oh, it's because they put hormones in the meat. Don't use those excuses. Carnivore people, if you're not eating those, the bone broth and the offal and the liver and all that sort of stuff, guess what? You're going to get the same problems. Vegan people, your extra oil use, because you're trying to make up calories. It's pretty hard to get calories just out of vegan, so you make up the vegan calories by oils, plus you fry your foods and all that sort of thing. So the combination of oils and all the fruit that you're eating, combine that, bingo bongo, cholesterol problem. That's where cholesterol comes from, those scary cholesterol numbers, the triglycerides and the like, oils, sugars. And part of my formerly known as, formerly in the distant past, years in the past, my 44 twist of dairy and egg, because that's what my proclivity was. Then I called it the keto 44. Now I call it the health 44, because you don't need to be keto. You don't need to be carnivore or vegan. You can be, though. but it's in the micronutrients. And just finally, you need to digest all that, absorb it, and have dependable daily supply. Digestion, if you have digestive issues and gut problems, that sort of thing, you need to go on enzymes for a little bit. Those people that are taking PPIs or any indigestion medication, you need to sort out the enzymes and then increase your salt intake. After that's all sorted, only took me a month because I was on PPIs. Your pH in your gastric juices lowers, you digest more. Then we concentrate on the absorption, which means no gluten, which is wheat, barley, rye, and oats, and even buckwheat now I think is part of that gluten list, or the gluten list, which increases the pro-inflammatory cytokines that damages the villi in our small intestine, which our small intestine does most of the villi in our small intestine does most of that micronutrient absorption. So, and dependable daily supply, I go through dependable daily supply of the essential micronutrients. I go through longevity. Also, what I talk about now is longevity related ideas. I have not looked back. If you really want to be watched like a hawk and get optimum efficacy out of your health efforts, look me up on my link tree on all my material. Just click on that. My things are there. It's all available for free as well, but you got to wade through the quagmire. But some people just don't get it. If you really want to be watched like a hawk, I can offer that. Sorry for the banging of the mic. I was seeing if it's on. I don't even know if it works because I was doing a live even yesterday and the day before, and it was So, whatever your diet team, your tribe, there are some perils if you don't really know what's going on, and I bet you don't, because it's all about the micros, not the macros. I'm going to end it there. I'm just thinking what the title of today was, using our mental gymnastics of our diet preference. So just to sum up, we need a treat, reward for effort, ideological. It's all, well, most of it is BS. You can be vegan or carnivore, that sort of thing, for the whole tribe reasons. But if you don't understand the absorption, the digestion, and the dependable daily supply of your micronutrients, you're not going to stay slim and svelte and active and healthy and live a long and happy life. Do the Health 44. If you want to know more, look me up. Until the next time, hopefully, for my 2.2 listeners, bye-bye.